Welcome in and thanks for joining us for the WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you more Lowcountry news more often. I'm Bob Stevens. South Carolina election officials have not yet released the final tally of early voters, but there will likely be at least 500,000 fewer people standing in line Tuesday to vote in the state. Closer to home, Beaufort County's election board promising a smoother operation than June's primary, where there were ballot mistakes and later than normal reporting updates. The early vote will be counted and reported first. Polls open at the regular locations you're used to voting at from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. And if you're in line by 7, you will be allowed to vote. You can find out more at scvotes.gov. We'll bring you the winners by late Wednesday morning, hopefully. Of course, a couple of developments in the Murdoch cases. A state judge has ruled that Murdoch's assets could be unfrozen and Alex can sell his island and liquidate his 401k to pay his legal fees. The money from selling the island would go into the receivership to handle all the claims against Murdoch. That island is in Beaufort County, just west of Hunting Island, and is valued at around $700,000. There's about $600,000 in his 401k. Also this week, the first trial of any of Murdoch's associates. Banker Russell Lafitte begins in Charleston. Lafitte is charged with financial crimes like bank fraud, wire fraud, and conspiracy to commit fraud in aiding his friend Murdoch in the alleged schemes. Lafitte claims he was misled by Murdoch, guilty really only of trusting a friend. The federal trial expected to last a couple of weeks. And while the town of Hilton Head is still working on a new workforce housing plan, the residents of Chimney Cove on the island need to figure out where they're living now. Deep Well project officials tell the Island Packet over 30 residents are asking about relocating, and 8 have already moved out. Of those 8, 4 have found other housing on the island, 2 have moved off island, and 2 others have left the Lowcountry altogether. Chimney Cove is home to 52 families, about 300 residents in all, who had their eviction notices rescinded for now. Deep Well has raised over $50,000 to help the residents, and of course you can still help in that fund. And a lot of people will be unhappy with the election results when we do announce them, but everyone should agree that the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce's Adopt a Polling Place program is a winner. The Chamber and nearly 24 Beaufort County companies feeding the poll workers at 28 polling stations in southern Beaufort County meals, snacks, refreshments, all given to them for their efforts during a long election day. The weather for this coming week could be a little bit unstable. Maria Soden, who's always very stable, gives us the forecast.
Thanks, Bob. All right, so taking a look ahead, it does look like we're going to see some rain later this week, but taking a look at Tuesday, it's going to be mostly cloudy with Hilton Head having a high of 74, a low of 57, Bluffton's going to have a high of 75, a low of 55, and Beaufort's going to have a high of 75 and a low of 54. The sunrise for Tuesday is going to be at 6:46 and sunset's going to be at 5:27. Taking a look at the beach tides, we are going to see some king tides this week, so do be careful. High tide's going to be at 9:52 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 5:01 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, Wednesday it's going to be cloudy and windy with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. Thursday it's predicted we're going to start to see some rain from Tropical Storm Nicole, and the rain's going to pick up into the afternoon and really pick up into the evening. We're going to see highs in the 70s and lows in the 60s, and then come Friday we are going to continue to see rain from that tropical storm, but it should start to slow down in the afternoon and into the evening, and we're going to see highs in the 70s and lows in the 60s. That's it for today. Let's head back to the desk.
Up next, Hilton Head Mayor John McCann with, well, kind of his last official visit as mayor. We'll talk about what did get done and what didn't during his 4 years in office. Stay with us.